Wow, I'm exhausted. It took me forever to set this up. Okay. Hello, guys. Thank you for clicking on my video or being interested in at least listening to my story, because this is very, very serious, and it could also end the life of your child. Yes, in most cases it does not happen, but others that are severe, it can. Okay, so where do I start? How did I find out I had, or what is Hyperemesis Gravidarum? I will explain and try my best to explain throughout my video and explain my experience, because, you know, there's people who hear about it, but they don't know what it really is, or they've never met somebody with it. And I know that if I make a video, friends and family will watch and hear me out. So this is why I wanted to make the video, because every time I try to tell a friend or family, oh, I'm still sick. Well, why are you sick? Well, because I have HD. They don't know. They'll just, oh, I'm sorry. But they don't really know what it is or how it really affects, well, not really myself. It affects me, but it also affects the baby. So this is why I decided to make this video. And I'm probably going to make one in Spanish to send to my family members in Mexico, because they don't know also how severe and important it is to know about this. Okay, so here I go. Here I am. When I found out I was pregnant, I think I was I like 3 weeks I was pregnant, I believe. Yeah. When I found out I was pregnant, I noticed that I wasn't feeling sick. Not up until my 5th week, I started getting the morning sickness and unable to eat. And I thought it was normal, because my mom and my sister obviously have already experienced pregnancies, and they would tell me, oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's going to go away. It's just your first trimester. Sometimes it lingers onto your 2nd trimester. But it was not the case for me. No, it wasn't. I was sick. I'm still sick, and I'm 6 months. But it's not as bad anymore, thankfully, because this is it's very hard to deal with. So let's go back. So 5 weeks, I'm starting to feel sick, but I didn't know that I was going to feel certain like burning sensations on my stomach. I thought it was normal. And I remember waking up in the mornings, going to the bathroom, and, you know, throwing up, going back to bed, because I felt so weak. I had no energy. I couldn't walk because I had that burning sensation in my stomach. You know, I'd always want to, you know, walk like this, and I would walk like this. I would walk around like this, stand up straight. My mom would tell me, no, I can't. It's just, it's an uncomfortable feeling, and I didn't know what it was, obviously. So throughout my first month, I continued to throw up every day, sometimes 5 times a day or more. Every time I tried to eat something, it would just go back up. Water, saltine crackers. Everybody tries to tell you eat saltine crackers. No, homegirl. That does not work for people that has HG. And that, not only that, but other things that normal pregnancies would try to reduce their morning sickness. Ginger, saltine crackers. None of that works for us. Okay, so here I am in finishing my first month, going into my 2nd month, and I'm still sick. Going to work was the worst. It was the worst. I would be in and out of my job every 5 minutes because I had to go to the bathroom and I couldn't contain anything in my stomach. But I was so thankful, and I'm still thankful for my coworkers. So I just want to, a shout out to Ali, Bridget, and Millie for being so supportive with me and helping me throughout the whole time I was at work. I'm on vacation now, so thank you so much, girls. So yeah, being at work was hard. It was tough on me. There were times where I couldn't handle the burning sensation in my stomach and just being so sick. Everything made me puke. All the smells, even the trees, guys. Smelling certain trees made me so sick. It's strange to say, but that was my case. There were times where I had to leave work because I just couldn't handle it. And I honestly thought I was going to lose my job, or I thought, I'm so sick, I can't even drive. I would pull over and sit in my car for hours before going home because I couldn't drive. I was so nauseous and I had to throw up, and that sensation in my stomach is just terrible. So I remember one day going to the doctor, driving myself to the doctor after work because of this burning sensation in my stomach. So I go to the doctor. This wasn't my doctor. It was just a hospital. It was like emergency type of thing for me, of course, because there was anybody else to drive me. So I drove myself. I don't know how I made it, but I made it. This is seriously, like, driving was the toughest. Also one of the toughest things. The sun bothered me. The noise. I was sensitive to everything. Smell, sound, sight. Like, everything was just so sensitive for me. So getting to the doctor, I walk in the office and he asks, what's wrong? I tell him at this point I think I was already like 8 weeks pregnant. And I tell him my symptoms. It's normal. You're going through that morning sickness. It'll go away. I can prescribe you some medication. And I told him no. Like, it's not just about medication. That burning sensation in my stomach and unable to eat anything is not normal. So he diagnosed me with gastritis. So gastritis is acid in your stomach. You can't eat anything that's sour, no chili, anything like that that triggers that burning feeling in your stomach. So he prescribed me so much medication, but before leaving the hospital, they had me on IV because I was so dehydrated. I had 2 bags of IV, and he wanted to give me morphine. But being a mother, I had to make the choice. It was either take the morphine to ease the pain or think of my baby. And obviously, I'm going to think of my child. And I said no. And he said, okay. He's like, well, I'm just going to give you these 2 bags of IV, and I'm going to prescribe you some medication, and you're good to go. So yeah, that was the case. He prescribed me medication. I go to the pharmacy to pick up whatever he had prescribed me. Guys, it was like 4 different tubes. They were so big, huge pills. All of this was for gastritis. But deep down I knew that it wasn't just gastritis, it was something more. So I only took that medication for 2 days, and it wasn't helping. It was not helping. So I just stopped. Also, I did not mention, he did say that the medication he was prescribing me, he wasn't promising that it was healthy for the baby. He just said, you'll be okay. It shouldn't harm the baby. But it wasn't 100% sure. He wasn't 100% sure about that. So that's why he left it off to me. So I didn't even bother to take that medication. Okay, so here I am, 8 weeks, and I'm still sick. I'm still throwing up everything. I can't eat. I can't freaking go about my day. It affected me in every way possible. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was just in bed, literally dying. That's what it felt like. And it's depressing. It's depressing. It's a depressing feeling because your family, they don't know what you're going through. I mean, I didn't even know what I was going through, but there's nothing they can do. There's nothing anyone can do to make you feel better. And that's the sucky part. You want somebody to tell you, here, take this, try this. It'll make you feel better, but nothing does, honestly. One time, I remember one day my mom came home and she brought me a Gatorade and she tried handing me like a piece of bread. Just try this. I did try it. Didn't stay down. It was so bad. That day was so bad. She took me to the doctor herself. She drove me to the doctor. I didn't see the doctor. It was a huge wait. So I was like, screw it. Let's go back home. And my dad wasn't too happy about that. So he suggested we go to Mexico. I have an uncle out there. He's a doctor. So yes, the following day, we got in the car at 5 a.m. We drove to Mexico. And he had me go get some lab work done and ultrasound. The baby was fine. However, the medication he gave me, it didn't stay in my stomach. I threw it up. And that's when he said, you have Hyperemesis Gravidarum. So he diagnosed it for me. Not the doctors out here in California. I had to go to Mexico. And he diagnosed and told me that I had this HG. I didn't know what it was. And he kind of explained it and, very briefly said, it's severe morning sickness. It's not going to go away right now. Oh my gosh. These guys are here. Well, I had to set up my camera in the bathroom. It was just getting too loud out there. And, I mean, there's echo, so I'm sure you can hear better. Okay. No, I'm not in the toilet. I'm on the stool. And hopefully... You guys like my curtains? They're cute, huh? Okay. So I was talking about when my uncle diagnosed the HG. And asked me to... He said, take it easy. Oh, he did. He gave me... He gave me a note so I can be off of work for a whole week. He recommended more time, but I couldn't take more time off of work. I didn't want to get fired. So I was off of work for a whole week. And throughout that week, I was getting vitamin shots and I was feeling a little bit better. Not completely, but I was able to eat some fruit. When I say some, guys, I'm talking about say this amount, this amount of fruit. It was very little, and for hours I would have that in my stomach until I just threw it back up. So yes, after that week I went back to work and everything came back. All my morning sickness again. It was terrible. And I just dealt with it throughout the whole time at work. I dealt with this. Nothing made it better. I remember being at work and unable to function, unable to do anything, but just being there and having the support of my coworkers did help me because they did understand what I was going through. So I was able to go in and out of work the whole day. Basically, I would go to the bathroom, throw up like every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. It was pointless being there because I was so sick, but I just had to. Obviously, I have to get some kind of income. But okay. Let's move on and talk about when did I get better. I started feeling better after 4 months. For 4 to 5 months. Mind you, I'm 6 months, so I was feeling better. Oh no, I want to say, yeah, 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I was able to have some food in my stomach little by little. This is a process. I wasn't able to eat right away. No, little by little. I would eat fruit. What kind of fruit? Like watermelon or mango. Right now I'm stuck on mangoes. What else? Juice. I was able to eat some kind of sugar like chocolate that my stomach would take. And after 4 months, that burning sensation in my stomach went away for some reason. I don't know what it could have been. I don't believe it was gastritis. Neither does my uncle diagnosed at HG. He didn't say anything about that. He just said, you're not giving your stomach any food. Not because you don't want to, but because it doesn't allow you to. But you just have to try your best. That's all I heard the whole time. To try my best. Okay. So after that, I was able to eat a sandwich, like half a sandwich. Or like an apple, stuff like that. So things get better. I do want to say that you don't have a social life. This really hurts your physical. I lost a little bit over 10 pounds. I'm sorry, I'm gonna open this door because it's getting so hot. Okay. So I did lose a little over 10 pounds, and the midwife kept telling me, if you don't gain weight by your 4th month, then I'm gonna have to take you to a different doctor, and I don't want to do that. So I tried my best to eat, and I gained a couple of pounds. But every time I would go back and ask her for medication, she wouldn't want to give me any, because since I started gaining weight, she didn't think anything of it. And so after that, I had an appointment with my OB doctor. So she did prescribe me medication, and I still have to go pick that up. Today I feel good, but I still have a lot of things that trigger my sickness, such as deodorants, shampoos, perfumes, some certain foods, even the closet, paper towels, wet paper towel I cannot stand. Just a lot of things that I can't smell. I can't even go to the grocery store, guys, because it makes me puke. Just every smell makes me so sick. And honestly, I am not enjoying this pregnancy. I wish I could, but I'm not. At this point, I can't wait to have the baby, just so I can not be sick anymore. And this it can affect your relationship with your friends, your family, including your partner. Your partner, because you don't want to be, you don't want to be rubbed on your stomach when you're sick. You don't want to be, touched or rubbed in any type of way. You just feel sick and you just want to be alone. You can't talk when you're so sick. So yeah, I lived literally in a cave my first 4 months of this pregnancy. But things do get better. I want to say that, and to those who suffer it through the whole time, I hate this. I hate to say, oh, I'm sorry, because yeah, you're sorry for that person, but you have to experience what they're going through. I just want to say, stick it through. You'll get better. I've heard stories that some women even have abortions because they can't handle this. This is very tough and it's serious, guys. So if you know somebody that has this, be very supportive. Things you don't say to somebody that has HG is try salt and crackers, and try ginger, and try lemon. And it's not gonna work. None of that works for somebody with HG. Nothing works. Only medication works. So good luck on your journey. Thankfully, I'm a little bit over it, but I'm still sick at times. I'm in bed. I can already feel in my stomach. I'm not feeling 100% right. I feel kind of nauseous right now, but I'm gonna try to drink some juice, and it'll probably go away for a little bit. Another thing, it's not mind over matter. It's not. This is here, and it's permanent for a couple of months, and it's just not gonna go away. So I would really appreciate if you guys, just share this video, or at least if you know somebody with it, be understanding and be supportive, because having this, you need a lot of support, family and friend support. So to all my friends who have been supporting me and asking me if I'm okay, how I'm doing, thank you so much. And again, my coworkers, you guys have been great with me. So I will keep you guys updated. Thank you.